Wow, wonim say Endrachi in the Babeto just Chelsea or Mashase any Delap Edin Como na Endra and the Babeto just a deal no a damn deal. Na adeba kwa Chelsea ekofa boy ne by ne party say we hwe Nicholas Jackson season a tray mu no modern bono ne goal scoring rate na yade wo form yi pa na we hwe Delap last season no goal modern boy edema ehwe town na ombehia so ombehia guy no na ono so etimi abeboa Chelsea goal scoring rate no na nyoma so etimi akonanim na so far so good no ndra and ababeto just say 30 million pounds no omakwa kofa boy na ba na we hwe boy ne days ewo ehwe town na yade wo sro yi pa yenhwe ne kakra ne days ewo issues na afi no yento aso.
All season long, everyone and their grandma have been saying that Chelsea needs to go and sign a center forward this summer. Well, they have been listening, and they have gone ahead and got Liam Delap from Ipswich for £30 million. Honestly, this is one of the smartest pieces of business that you'll see all summer, and you'll see why in this video. This is why Liam Delap is perfect for Chelsea. First of all, the kid has worn blue all his life, from Manchester City to Preston North End to Ipswich. It only makes sense that he ended up joining a club nicknamed the Blues. Okay, seriously, this guy is actually perfect for Chelsea for so many reasons. First of all, it was pretty obvious all season that the Blues needed a box-dominating striker who can finish. Nicholas Jackson creates a lot of opportunities, no doubt about that, but he isn't necessarily a goal-scoring machine. Neither is he a very good finisher. Liam Delap, well, he is everything that Jackson is not. So, those two will properly complement each other up front. Liam Delap is a traditional striker, and for a team like Chelsea with creators everywhere, that's exactly what they need, a proper finisher. This season, Delap scored 12 league goals from an XG of 9.34. For some context, Nicholas Jackson scored just 10 from an XG of 12.34. For those who don't speak about XG, that simply means that, considering the chances that he got, Liam Delap was expected to score just about 9 goals, but he ended up scoring 3 more goals than expected. Meanwhile, Jackson was expected to score about 12 goals, but he ended up scoring 2 fewer. If that's not enough for you, come check this out. Delap missed just 10 big chances all season, while Jackson missed 19. In fact, of all the pure center forwards who finished with 10 goals or more in the Premier League this season, only Danny Welbeck missed fewer chances than Delap. And it's not even a big difference. The Brighton man missed 9 chances, which is just 1 less than Delap. That's how impressive the young striker was this season. And remember, this was just his first full season in the Premier League, and he performed like he belonged there, despite playing for a newly promoted relegation-threatened team who barely created chances all season. And just to show you how impressive this season was, Liam Delap was the only member of a relegated squad who finished in the top 15 in the highest goal-scoring chart. Even if you want to stretch it all the way to the top 30, he'd still be the only one. So what he did was very impressive. He is also the highest scoring player aged 22 or under in the Premier League this season. So in many ways, he's outperforming his age group. In fact, he's the only player aged 22 or under in the top 20 highest goal scorers in the league. Imagine how much better he would be when he's playing for an actual top side in the league. Chelsea have really gone and got themselves a beast of a forward. And you know that Liam Delap sort of fits into the mold of strikers who have worked pretty well at Chelsea over the years, from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank to Didier Drogba and even Diego Costa. Strong, box-dominating center forwards with insane shot power who can shoot from anywhere and with any foot. when they tried to go for the techie and lanky strikers like Jackson, Pato, Torres, Shevchenko, Aubameyang, and Morata, it didn't work very well. So they have now decided to go back to their roots, and we're pretty confident that this one will work out pretty well for Chelsea. But the fact that we've said that Delap is a box dominator, a good finisher, and all of that doesn't mean that he's clueless with the ball at his feet. As a matter of fact, as a center forward, he's actually a very good dribbler. Among strikers in the Premier League, Liam Delap completed the second most dribbles in the league, behind only Alexander Isak. And the difference wasn't even so much. Isak completed 42 dribbles, while Delap completed 40. But at 52%, Delap did it with better accuracy than Isak, who could only boast an accuracy of 47%. So this is not just a kick and run striker or a box bully. Even in tight spaces and against low blocks, Delap will surely be doing a decent job. He's an expert at creating separation and getting out of difficult situations. You would think that Nicholas Jackson would be a better dribbler looking at how he plays, but he's actually so far behind Delap in that aspect. He completed just 18 dribbles with an accuracy of 36% in the Premier League this season. So in many ways, Delap is a massive improvement on Nicholas Jackson. Now, we all know that one way for a club striker to get a lot of goals is for him to have a great understanding with his team's primary creator. And well, Delap does already have a great understanding with Cole Palmer. Remember that they are both graduates at the Manchester City Academy, so they know each other so well and they understand each other's games already. And I mean, the last time that Chelsea signed a Manchester City Academy graduate, he went on to become their best player and even one of the best players in the world. So you can't blame them for enthusiastically following that same route once again. And on top of that, Delap also played with Romeo Lavia and worked with Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca at Manchester City. So it would be a smooth adaptation for a young striker in London for sure. What's more is that he actually fits perfectly into Chelsea's new transfer philosophy. A young player for the present and a future with low wages. So in many ways, he is actually the perfect center forward for Chelsea. And don't forget about how Delap did in his audition against Chelsea back in December. He scored and assisted to help Ipswich win their first Premier League home game in 24 years. It was also Ipswich's first win against Chelsea in 31 years. Thanks to Delap, Chelsea were unable to beat Ipswich in both games this season. We're sure that the Blues are now happy to have the guy playing for them and not against them. We've talked about his finishing, his XG performances, his dribbling, and his relationship with key figures at Chelsea. But one thing that will get Chelsea fans most excited is his goals catalog. Yes, he scores goals, but what makes him a real delight is the types of goals that he scores. Tap-ins, near-post finishes, outside of the box golazos, counterattacks, flicks, everything. He has it all in his arsenal. He is also a good penalty taker, which is pretty vital when or if Cole Palmer isn't in the side. Or if Chelsea ever find themselves in a penalty shootout, then you can pretty much say that Liam Delap is going to be vital to the team. We all know that the Blues have not had a lot of luck in penalty shootouts in recent seasons, so having Delap in the squad is definitely going to be an upgrade. Some people have correctly noticed that Delap hasn't scored so many headers, but that's usually a function of the team's playing style. I mean, he's tall, he can jump, and if Chelsea put the ball into the box often enough, he would surely get those headered goals. I mean, the same was said about Haaland before before he joined Manchester City, but as we can see, scoring headers has not been a problem for him since he joined the Premier League. So don't worry about Liam Delap, he'll be just fine. Finally, this Chelsea team does not have a lot of expert ball strikers. Sometimes you just need to put your foot through the ball. And you see Liam Delap, he's surely going to be doing exactly that at Stamford Bridge. So yeah, we're pretty confident that Liam Delap was a very good signing for Chelsea. He just needs to avoid the number 9 shirt and he'll be fine. But the question is, what do you think? Do you share our optimism, or do you think that he'll flop at Chelsea? How many goals do you think he'll score for the Blues next season? Tell us in the comments below. And if you guys like the video, then give this video a thumb.
It's Liam Delap here. I'm at Stamford Bridge. Can't wait to get started soon and see you all up the Chelsea.